Hey everybody, how are you? Recently I went down south to spend some time with my family in the South Island, and I was feeling, as one does from time to time, just very stressed and strung out, and I thought a good thing to do to remedy that would be to go camping, because I love camping, and New Zealand has some very, very beautiful nature, you know, like lovely clean lakes and rivers and things that you can swim in and drink from, and beautiful, beautiful mountains, all kinds of lovely scenery that's very good for the soul to be around. I actually used to have a van that I lived in for like a year and a half, and while I had that van, obviously I did a lot of camping and it was so easy and wonderful, but I no longer have that, so I borrowed a tent from my dad and I had a rental car, and I thought I would go camping to soothe my soul and de-stress myself and relax, and I brought like a bag of embroidery with me. My intention was just to like pitch a tent somewhere beautiful and peaceful, just clear out my head, just be surrounded by nature and, you know, relax, and then hopefully afterwards I'll be able to think more clearly and get things back on track. Anyway, so I vlogged my trip for you, which I will show you in just a moment. It was sometimes okay. It was partially good and partially really not good. So come along and join me on my little camping trip. I spent a while looking for what was my favourite camping spot years ago. Back then there was no reception here. There is now. I just think the view from here is absolutely beautiful. Apart from all the fucking mosquitoes, Jesus. I think you're only allowed to camp here in a camper van, but I don't have a van anymore and I'm a rebel. So the wee tent that I borrowed from my dad, it's like the easiest tent to put up ever. I feel like that's a good enough little hearth, and I've got some driftwood there. I mean, there's no shortage of dry driftwood, so it shan't probably be a very impressive fire, but it will be my fire. And there's a few very nice rocks for sitting upon. Focus, you stupid fuck. I'm trying to capture a beautiful misty sunset. That's slightly better, thank you. Not bad. Quite nice. I had to fill the edges of the tent with rock so that it would stay down in the wind. Sorry that I'm not actually in this vlog much so far. I just look quite terrible. I look as one might look when one goes camping, you know. I have no makeup, I have my hair tied back. I'm just wearing like leggings and a jersey and it's not sexy, so just use your imagination and pretend I'm sitting right here. I got the South in my blood, and I'll be here till I'm damn well dead. I'm a Southern man, etc. I'm all alone and I have no one to share my tea with. I seriously wish I had the technology to photograph or film the stars, because this camera will not pick it up. You can see like clearly the whole Milky Way. Die Milchstraße. Next level beautiful, and I wish I had the technology to share them with you. I would rather not be here on my own, but it doesn't really feel like I am. I mean, in a way you're here too. Thanks for hanging out with me. Good morning, these little motherfuckers. These little motherfuckers. They've bitten me, the little bastards. These little flying cunts love me. I must taste delicious to them. I would like to have slept for a bit longer, but the sun is very much on me. What a lovely day, how perfect. Oh, I want to do some swimming today. I haven't been swimming for ages, especially not on this particular lake, which is a very nice lake for swimming. Sorry, I'm just showing you everything through the mesh, but I don't really want to open it because these cunts are waiting for me. They want my blood. Today I got up and I was like, there is zero chance of my being able to relax when the air is this thick with flying insects. So I drove off to Queenstown to get some bug spray and also some stuff to soothe the bites that are already there. I came back to a rather unfriendly note, but perfectly fair I guess, from the Department of Conservation telling me I wasn't allowed a tent there, that it was caravans only. So fuck, honestly don't see why, like what difference does it make? So I packed up my tent and now I'm going for a wee walk. While I was out, I picked up a swimming top that has SPF 50 protection and covers the whole upper part of your body. I'm wearing it right now because I went swimming. One of the reasons I won't show it to you because it's hideous. Look at this beautiful scenery instead. Like it's hideous. It's bright coral and teal, mostly black, but it has like flowers and shit on it. It's super ugly. At least I know I won't get burnt. I attempted to go swimming outside where I was camping last night, but the water was absolutely glacial. So I don't know if it really counts as swimming so much as just standing waist deep in extremely cold water. I've driven all the way down to Glenorchy and I'm just going to go for a walk, clear out my head and try to relax. Hey little pretty boob. Starting to suck a bit. Well, I haven't seen another car, so at least I'll have some solitude. I'm going to a place called Kinloch. I've never been there before. Apparently there's a campsite there where you're allowed to put tents. This seems safe. Oh, I see. I think I should probably not do that with my rental car. Campsite I've just driven like more than half an hour to find is really small and says that it's a paid one. Pretty sure the website said it was free. I'm just tired. I just want to relax. Anyway, so this is what roads are like in New Zealand. Look at the back window, would you? It's so dusty. I have found this place with this rather nice view. There are little waterfalls going down this mountain. There's a river there. I guess I'm kind of in the riverbed. So are some other people, and I think it doesn't look like the river's likely to fill up anytime soon. There's no service here. Shock. Basically, I just turned around from Kinloch and I came back a wee bit, and then I saw some vans down there, so I thought I'm just gonna stick my tent there. Just gonna pause for a second here to point out something that I was not aware of at the time, is that where I was camping turned out to actually be where in the Lord of the Rings films they filmed Eisengard. So if you've seen the Lord of the Rings movies and this bit of scenery looks familiar to you, it is because it is where they shot Eisengard. Unbeknownst to me at the time, I was camping at Eisengard. Kinda cool. Anyway, carrying on. It's a little bit silty over there. I drove over there to start with and I could feel the car like sinking. I'm going to put my tent here and here. Here, hopefully, is where I shall relax. Look how bloody freckly my hands are. Holy shit. Fucking freckly and ugly after like a day or two in the sun. So I've built like this wee wall. I think this is pretty safe actually. I don't think it's likely to catch anything. Citronella candles here. There aren't as many little bastards here thankfully, but they are still around. I already got bitten. Fuck. Bug repellent balm and bug repellent spray. I'm all set. So this isn't a bad sunset either, I think. Let's get in there. Oh. Once again, it's complete darkness for you, but I can see so many stars. And I just saw 3 splendid shooting stars in a row with tails. And I also saw this pulsating light go across the sky. And I also saw this light cross the sky partially and then vanish. I'm not saying it's aliens, it's probably aliens. Good night, everybody. Much love to you all. It was very pleasant until it wasn't. I was just dozing here with my hat over my face, protected from the sun, and I got woken up by this epic, intense wind. And the tent doesn't want to stay down, even with rocks in it. I think the only thing that's holding it down at the moment is the water.
and me sitting in it. Close the door over because there's like these huge dust bombs just like blowing their way along. Ah, stop! Please just stop! I just want to relax, please! Enough! Just a look. I'm smiling, can you tell? I'm also wearing 2 pairs of glasses. Aren't I cool? Don't I look so cool right now? The other night, Mr. L was like, hey, don't get murdered. And I said, nobody here looks like a murderer. I'm the one that looks like a murderer. Let's pack up the fucking tent again! I just want to relax! I'm exhausted because I just took the tent down. It was like holding a parachute in a tornado. It just really wanted to take off. And then the little bag for the poles flew away, so I chased it for like ages. Oh, I didn't get the pigs. Oh, I have to go back out there and get the pigs. I'm hot and exhausted and I'm covered in bug balm and bite gel and dust and sunscreen and sweat. I don't feel good. I don't feel relaxed. I feel more stressed out and strung out than I did before. You can see the dust, some of the dust moving there. It's just on absolutely everything now, and it's in my mouth, which is nice. I need a shower so badly. And I would go into the lake and wash myself or the river, but it's like super fucking cold and windy. Well, if the wind calms down, at least I know this place is here. I gave up. Just so sticky and exhausted. Like 5 minutes ago, I booked online this little tiny little motel room. It's beautiful. Just, I can have a shower. I just want to be clean. I want to be clean. I really, really miss my van. That made camping so convenient and easy. Maybe now I can relax. But it's when temperatures start to get close to 30 that's when I really start to suffer. I think I'll just wait till it cools down a wee bit, and then I might go out for a pint later or something. That would be nice. Oh my goodness, it's actually me. Sorry I don't look super glamorous, and I have almost 3 months worth of regrowth in my hair. Fortunately, it's quite dark. I waited for it to get darker, cooler, so I could go out for a wee walk. Cute little church behind me. Get a pint of something from somewhere. Maybe I'll get a pint of gin. Maybe I'll just get a pint of gin. I finally get a chance to relax. Relax. No chance of sunburn in this weather. So yeah, that didn't go particularly well. I feel like camping is like picnics, you know? Like in theory it's really pleasant. Picnics, you think, oh, it'll be really lovely. I can sit outside in the grass and the sunshine and have nice tea and cucumber sandwiches or whatever. Yeah, cucumber sandwiches. It'll be so pleasant and lovely. But the reality is you're sitting on the ground and there are bugs and maybe it's windy. Really nice in theory, but not necessarily in practice. I'm in no hurry to go camping in a tent again for a while. A bit of air did help, but the tent had been in my dad's shed for about 4 years, so it smelt kind of like, imagine if you boiled mutton in diesel. That's what the tent smelled like. But Mr. L and I did go back down south and do a bit of traveling around. We were gonna go camping and I was just like, actually just no, fuck it. As a result, had this like amazing time. So that's the next couple of videos I've got coming up, which brings me to my next point. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to my channel. Click the wee subscribe button below and the wee bell thing so you can get notifications. It would be wicked. Thank you very much for joining me on this wee misadventure. At least I got to see, you know, like a nice horse. Got to go to Eisengard by accident, so that was pretty cool. And as always, take care of yourself, be nice to each other, stay adventurous, and I'll see you next time. Bye.